It's early in the morning, and I'm drinking, no I'm driving, and I'm thinking, and I'm wildin'. I find myself pull up to your crib to see how you have been, and I say, who car is this? And I'm so far gone, and I pick up my phone to see if you at home. I see you through the blinds, I know you see me calling.
What's up, YouTube, man? How y'all doing today? I'm your host, Justin Shepard, and we're here on another episode of Town Ruins. Now today, I'm back on the artist, true artistry. You know, music, emotion. Got an R&B singer here out of Houston, Texas. How about EJ, man? How you doing?
How you doing, bro?
Same side, north side?
North side.
Man, how you doing today, man?
I'm good, bro. Just blessed, trying to keep grinding and everything, you know me.
I feel you. So my first question I have for you is, like, why do you make music? Because we have people come on the show, you know, they give me their reasons why. So I just want to know from your reason, like, what's your story?
For me, like, music is an outlet. Like, this is what I do on a day-to-day basis. This is how I express myself in the most rarest form, whether it be pain, pleasure, any sort of emotion that I may be going through or dealing with. Like, I just feel like it's an easy way for me to vent. Like, if I'm going through relationship problems, going through success, achieving in some sort of way. So I'm putting that out in my music just to make it seem like I'm doing something that nobody else doing in a sense. So it's a venting process for me just to get everything out at one time, and everybody can relate to it.
And I can relate to that. I can feel that.
Yeah.
That's big. That's big right there.
For sure.
Well, what made you get into like R&B? You know, because you got people who can, you know, it's the rap wave right now. You could have did the singing and rapping thing, because, you know, your vocals is crazy, but your lyrics are dope. So what made you just gear towards more of R&B?
For me, I like started off like as like the church boy kind of role, so singing has just like always just been in me. As far as like R&B goes, like I grew up listening to Genuine. And my mom's brother, my uncle, he passed away, but his favorite artist was Michael Jackson. And he just always listened to Michael Jackson, always listened to this and that and the third, listened to Genuine. He loved Jagged Edge.
Right.
And I remember, like, me and my cousin, we used to be in like the living room, like singing Jagged Edge songs.
Right.
So like even then, like I was always just put on to like R&B music at an early age, and just soulful music as well. Music that kind of had like a message to it and kind of relayed some sort of emotion to it. So then from there, it just took off, and I was like, man, this is what I want to do. I felt like R&B was the best avenue for me, because if you think about it, Houston alone really got a lot of R&B.
That's true.
Houston. So it's like,
it's kind of like
different.
You know, for the people who know, like if you're from Houston, you know the city. You kind of get the vibe. Houston's more of a hip hop city.
Exactly.
The slow down, the chopped and screwed.
Yeah.
You know. Shout out to the city. But, you know, the R&B vibe, I feel like it's coming back. Now I got a question, since you said you R&B. You know, do you think R&B nowadays is really being made? Like, do you think R&B music is still being made? Like, kind of how your influencers like Jagged Edge and all them made it?
I think like there is some, I feel like, okay, to be honest, I feel like, to answer your question, the simple answer, no. But I feel like it's just a new wave. Like people, like nowadays rappers, you look at Future, you look at, I can't think of anybody else, like Lil Baby, like they all have that like singing,
like the harmonizing lyrics.
Everybody wants to sing. I don't know why, but everyone wants to sing, and that's when they feel like, oh, now I'm a singer, now I'm doing this.
Right.
So I do think like yes and no. Music is being made, the R&B music is being made, but it's necessarily not the original R&B, like what R&B stood for. Like, I feel like that wave is just kind of dying off. But it's again, this is just a new wave of music.
Growing pattern.
Exactly.
I feel it. But it's just random that I just like think about that now that you said that, because like we are in a new wave of music. Would you categorize yourself as like an old soul, or like as a person, like a person in the new wave? Because I have my opinion on your music, and I'm gonna have your music playing throughout the interview. But from your perspective, what do you think?
I don't know. No, honestly, I honestly don't know. I feel like for me, I can be old school. Like I can do some old school stuff, but then I can go back to just being like the new wave R&B. And like I feel like my music is definitely unique. I don't feel like a lot of artists have really tapped into like what I'm reaching at this point. But yeah, and sometimes I can go back to old school stuff. I can go back to the new school wave. So it's definitely just a difference of what I'm feeling at the moment, or what my emotions and my lyrics are going to take me. But it varies from time to time. Like things just happen in the studio and you get carried away.
That's true. That's true. And if I could just put my opinion on just how the music, for the people out there who don't know this man, what y'all need to get to know this man, I feel like you have a blend.
Yeah.
Like you said, it's kind of like a blender. Like you got a seat, you got a little Sorbet do, little dab, like old school. But you're like you're a new wave artist in a good way.
Yeah.
You know, you're not trying to do what everybody else is trying to do. It's kind of like you're in your own lane. But I hear that old school, man. And me being like an old school person with music, I feel like an uncle when it comes to music, you know.
I feel you.
So I respect that, and I mess with that, especially in your last project, Waco.
Yeah.
Talk about what was your creative process going through your last project? Would you call it like an album or like an EP?
EP, yeah. So Waco is Waco. Like I was in the city of Waco. I went to school at Baylor. And
shout out Baylor.
real quick. But man, I was in the city of Waco, and Waco is a beautiful place to me, at least. It showed me how to be a man. It roughed me up, and I found God in Waco in a very much needed time. Man, I thank Waco a lot in the project itself, which is just a myriad of emotions. Like I was dealing with relationships, I was dealing with finding my identity, dealing with finding God, dealing with getting all relationship out of my system. So I was like, man, like this project has to encompass all of that. It has to encapsulate every emotion that I've ever felt while I've been in Waco. So when I released it, it was just basically
like a relief.
Yeah, like a relief and like a open diary kind of thing. Like here's my diary. Like this is what I'm sharing with the world.
Right. And since we talked about that project, I gotta talk about my favorite song, Drake and Drive.
Yeah.
You know what? Actually, I'm gonna go back, cause we go back. People don't know this. I'm gonna say this right now. We went to middle school together.
Easy.
We went to middle school together. Man, been making music for a long time. We made a song a long time ago. I remember I asked you before this, but I had forgot the name.
Lucy.
Yeah. That was the joint in high school.
Yeah.
And now Drake and Drive. That's my song.
Yeah.
I'm gonna drop the link to that under here too, cause that song's amazing. Like the creative process that I feel like that you have around your music, the blend is like amazing.
Yeah.
And it's gonna go far. Like I'm letting you know now, like it's gonna go far. But since we talking about like future, I got a question. So I ask this on every interview on town, and ones I keep it the same. Like, everyone gets this question, so I'm gonna ask you the same question. Like, you know, you made some buzz with your music, starting doing shows, you starting to go travel here, travel there. You here with me today. We at San Francisco State, we at Huntsville. You can't pull up on me. I feel appreciated. I feel honored.
Always.
And so, which one do you think is more important? I guess right now, is it like your journey, or is it like getting to your destination?
For me, I would say both. In all honesty, I can't shake you and say that it would be one or the other, because the journey, man, like that's what it takes, man. Like we're gonna always look back on this one day and be like, man, this is where it all started. Like, remember when we did this, remember when we did that?
Right.
And you wanna have those very nostalgic moments to where you can relate back to and know how you've progressed as an artist, how you've changed as an artist, how you've become a better person, a better man.
True.
And a better artist and holistically. But the destination, man, that's the good on mom, bro. That's the top. That's the hoorah. When we get to the top, bro, you like, man, like I made it. This is where I needed to be. And then that's when we turn around and we look back.
We popping bottles.
Yeah,
we in the club, in the section. Got making it bright.
And you in the middle of the club, and you just think back, like, damn, remember when we was in Huntsville?
I feel that.
That's gonna be easy.
I mean, I feel that. I definitely respect that answer. And man, we in a new year.
Yeah.
It's 2019. It's a great year. It's a great feeling, you know.
Yeah, for sure.
It's a great feeling. What do you have planned musically for 2019?
Albums are coming, man. Like, this is 2019 is my year. I tweeted this at the end of 2018. Well, not the end, like relatively towards the end. I tweeted at the end of 2018. I said by the end of 2019, I will be famous, and not saying famous like on some like Lil Wayne, Drake type shit, but just like
You out there.
Yeah, just out there, you know, like a buzz. Like, you know how Acid Rap was for Chance the Rapper.
Right.
That's gonna be for me. Like, this year is all about albums.
This is your breakout.
Exactly. This is my breakout year. Like, that's all this is. Like, I'm about to wake the entire United States. At first, I'm gonna start with Houston. I'm gonna wake the city up, and I'm gonna wake up Texas, and I'm gonna wake the whole United States up, and we're gonna get this thing popping.
Man, that's amazing. the energy.
Yeah,
like,
it's gonna be wild.
It's like the energy and the aura that I feel from you right now. I don't see why you can't.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying?
It's all about consistency. Yeah.
Consistency. Actually, I said that's the word for 2019.
Consistency.
Consistency. Man, look, you can't be great without keeping the ball rolling. You don't want to put out too much, but you don't want to put out too less.
Exactly.
You got to keep the content rolling. You got to keep doing your thing.
And that's what I learned for myself. Like, it was more of a thing for especially for 2018. I didn't put out like enough as I should have. I put out like art projects, but I didn't put out as much as I should. But 2019, I focused. Like, I took that was my word for, like, it's so ironic that you said that was your word for 2019, because that's mine. I was like, man, I need to be consistent, whether it be promotion, marketing, XYZ needs to go down.
Man, look, I think actually you done said a lot.
Yeah.
I've said a lot. I think I have one more question, and that's just because it just popped in my head, man. It's so crazy. With your music, it's very, you know, I say it's talking about the blend, new way, old way. It's very soulful.
Yeah.
What like is your environment when you're recording music? Because like you got some people who are like videographers that need a certain space to edit. You got people who are clothing designers to design clothes. They got to be in a certain space. What is your space, your headspace you got to be in to just like create your music?
Yeah, for sure. For me, I don't like a lot of people in the studio when I'm with me. When I'm writing music, it's just me. I don't have no extra, unless I'm writing with my with a person on my team. I rarely have anyone in the area with me. I turn the speakers all the way up, it's blasting. Like the beats are literally just blasting at me, to where I'm literally just like I have to feel them in a sense. And then that's when the synesthesia kicks in, and I'm gone off the wing with that. But as far as like the studio setting, I'm never in there with like tons of people. Probably like 2-3 people max. Like, and those are just people who are there to assist on the track. If it's just me on the song, I'm there by myself. I don't want anybody there. I want to be able to focus. Because you bring a lot of people in the studio, you get nothing done. And time is money.
I feel that. Once you said that answered all my questions. So, you know, let the people know where to follow you, get your social media, and get your music.
Follow me on Instagram at Dear EJ. You can follow me on Twitter at Dear EJ. Spotify, Apple Music, SoundCloud, EJ Mallard. That's EJAY space MALLARD. And that's everything, man.
And look here, if you've never watched Talented Ones before, follow Talented Ones on Twitter at Talented_Ones. And on Instagram, new Instagram just popped up, _Talented Ones_. Follow my personal at King_J Shep. And looks like today, you know, you said a lot. Like I said previously, I've said a lot. Everyone go listen to EJ's music, man. Great, coming out of my city where I'm from, where he's from, Houston, Texas, you know. And then keep watching Talented Ones, more content dropping this year. #TO Media is the move. #EJ is the move.
Easy.
And we all the move. So we out. And I appreciate y'all for watching, man.
Appreciate
you. And that's a wrap. Yep.
Easy.
And